Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So this is our last war of Season 26. So in this war we are up against, I think they're called MRBCK, Mr. Back I guess. This is an account, or an alliance, as far as I know, with like Kenobi alts and people like that, so you kind of know what you're getting into there. Unfortunately, for the second time this season, I forgot to record my Section 1. I was on path 5, and I had Ebony Maw, Emma Frost, and Mr. Sinister on that path, so those 3 fights all went fine, pretty simple. But for some reason I forgot to record them, so that's unfortunate. But the next fight, this is the EMP mod Guardian. So for us, this war was a must-win. We had to win. That was the only way we were guaranteed masters. If we lost, there was a good chance we were out. If we tied, there was a possibility that we would be in and a possibility that we would be out. So pretty much just went all out for this war. Full boosts, used a bunch of 3-minute boosts because we're going to have a 4-week off season, so I'll be able to restock anyway. And plus, they gave us power start ones this season, like they were going out of style. So that first fight, or I guess it was my 4th fight, pretty easy. So this next fight was to ramp up Gilly 2099 in case I needed to take a domino on rage. So I used an invuln just in case MD got me. And I wanted the invuln for this fight and that sorcerer coming up next. But you'll notice at some point, let's see. Ooh, that was a really good intercept. So I do get some of those postules on me, but you'll notice when I hit him after I've dexed, he doesn't gain any power. So that means he had 0 Mystic Dispersion. So once I saw there was no Mystic Dispersion, then this fight is not in any danger, because the challenge with Man-Thing is, you know, MD can really mess you up, but because he had 0, there was basically no risk to this fight. So just ramp up Gilly 2099, just be safe, and end on an L3. You actually don't need to wait until 5%. I know most people do, and even I catch myself doing it, but her SP3 actually does pretty decent damage, so I could probably have thrown it when he was at, like, I don't know, 15%, but, you know, I'm going to be cautious as well, just better safe than sorry. He gets this tiny regen, but the fight's almost over. This was my only kind of long fight of the war, and even this was basically like a minute and a half. So he's at 8%, 7, 6, 5. So one more hit, and then throw the SP3. And you can actually see the first hit is going to kill him, so definitely could have done this well before the 5%. But want to play it safe. And so the next fight, this is on Buffet, Sorcerer Supreme. So when I went over there, this was only a rank 2. So throw on the Flame On. I saved it for this fight. I did not change my masters, I kept my suicides on. So Torch with the pre-fight, if you only need him for 1 or 2 fights, is actually alright with suicides. It's not that much worse, if at all, really. So this fight's going to be super, super quick. I don't care about the strike counter in any way, because I don't have any desire to throw specials. I did keep my invuln just in case, but there you can see she's got 12 Nova Flames. I was kind of hoping she would kill herself with a Power Sting, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So had to do another combo and an SP1. But again, super, super simple fight. She never even threw a special, so that invulnerability boost is gone to history. So my last 2 fights, this Storm and this Killmonger. I actually thought about using my ramped Gilly for this Storm, but we got Corvus, we got 2 charges, we got our season on the line. Let's just go. So throw on a Power Start 1. You can see I still have 5 of them even after using like 2 this war. Just because maybe I used even 3 this war. Yeah, I used 3 this war, and I still have 5 left. So this is the enhanced special 1. I don't know which part of her special is unblockable. If it's just that first hit and then the projectiles are blockable, but I just evaded all of them just to be safe. So 1 special 2, she's dead. Really simple fight. No real danger. Gilly would have also been okay, but probably would have taken longer. Yeah, so this last fight, this is a Killmonger. So this one actually is a rank 3. Aspect of Evolution Enhanced Special 2. Really the only risk here is getting blasted by a Special 2, because that will pretty much one-shot you. So the plan was to not have that happen. This is only 100% increased power gain. So the power gain is actually not that bad. The old power gain mini was 200%, which was worse. This one's only 100%. So first special 2 takes him to 40%. Second one's just going to kill him. Really easy fight. So this war, I actually had 8 fights, which I think is the most I've had this season. So I finished with that 1 death to that Immortal Hulk, so 65-1. The statistical resume is a little worse than last season. Had 7 less fights with the same solo rate. But overall, my play definitely improved, which was my main goal, especially these last few wars. I think I really got into a nice rhythm. So Janik actually made our alliance stats. It's pretty cool. You can see how nice this looks. So we ended up finishing with 5 wins, 4 losses, and 3 ties, which is the exact same record we had last season, 5, 4, and 3. We also, once again, finished dead last in Masters, so number 17 in Masters, which is, again, pretty funny. Same record, same place in the standings. We ended up tying our last war 3-3, which knocked them down to Plat 1 and kept us, because of some other results, kept us in Masters. So this season, we started off really well. You can see we started off with 3 wins and 1 tie. But we had a pretty rough schedule. Our first 4 wars were okay schedule-wise, but then it just got kind of rough. You can see we ended up facing the number 1 alliance, Kenobi, the number 2 alliance, ISO, the number 3 alliance, Matrix. Although we did beat them, they're not, at least as far as I know, they're not really like a top 3 level alliance. We faced PBT, who finished 4th. They're pretty good, but they're also, probably somewhere in kind of the 5 to 10 range. We faced number 5, New Nation. They're, one of the top 3 alliances. We faced number 6, MIBR. They're also pretty good. But again, not quite top 5. They're kind of in the same range that we are. We faced number 7. We faced all of the top 7 in Masters. And the only alliances we faced that were not in Masters were Apaco, who ended up finishing 41st. But that's because they broke up the alliance. But unfortunately, when we faced them, they still had their whole alliance. I think they broke up like around War 4 or 5, which was pretty annoying, pretty frustrating. Because had they broken up earlier, we would have beat them. But yeah, so those were some pretty rough. We had some pretty rough scheduling. We didn't face a single Plat 1 alliance. The only alliance that finished in Plat 1 was this Mr. Back, but that's, again, all Kenobi alts and stuff like that. So they started in like Tier 3 or Tier 4. That's how they didn't finish in Masters. I think they won, maybe 10 or 11 wars, something like that. So pretty rough schedule, but overall we played a lot better. We finished with 72 deaths total, which is an average of 6 per war. I believe one of our attacker bonuses that we lost against GT40 did not count. And frankly, most of these 14 were Coop anyway, so outside of Coop in that 11th war, we had a really, really good season in terms of how we played. We did not get favorable matchmaking, unfortunately, so we did not have a chance, or we had a chance, but we did not make a run at top 3, which was unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. So that'll do it for this season. I'm not going to be opening my 6-star shards. I want to save for the next featured, just in case magic comes in. But that'll do it for this season, so I'll see everybody later.